Due to the way Ja Morant signed his extension deal with the Memphis Grizzlies, the player's recent scandals likely might have cost him a big amount of money. Last summer, Morant signed a deal that would tie him with the franchise for 5 more years beyond this season. Due to the Rose rule, the initial 5-year, $193 million evaluation could rise to $231 million. Named after Derrick Rose, the Rose rule allows teams to compensate their young superstars that outperform the regular player development trajectory in the league. There are 3 conditions that allow the contract to reach the 30% mark instead of the regular 25% value. The player has to be named to an All-NBA team in the most recent season, or in 2 of the past 3 seasons. The player has to be named Defensive Player of the Year in the most recent season, or in 2 of the past 3 seasons. The player has to be named Most Valuable Player in any of the past 3 seasons. If any of the 3 conditions are met, the contract is eligible for an increase of 5% of all teams' salary cap for the year. Morant made the All-NBA second team last season. With his recent scandals and the suspension from the team, it is unlikely that the guard will achieve the same feat once again. If the projections are correct, Morant would then lose out on $38 million as a result. Morant got into trouble recently after he hosted an Instagram Live from a nightclub where he showed a gun to thousands of spectators. The team has suspended the player. While he was away from the team facility, a photo was leaked from the nightclub that shows Morant with dancers and almost every inch of surface covered in cash. Several days after the incident, he announced that he'd be taking time away from basketball to tackle his inner issues. The player has entered counseling in Florida. The player's been entrenched in a public scandal during the last months. Most recently, a story emerged that he punched a teenager during a basketball game in his home in Tennessee. After the incident, he allegedly re-emerged from the house with a gun visible in the waistband of his pants and his hand on the weapon. During the summer, Morant also got involved in a verbal altercation with Memphis police in one of the city's malls when he and his friends refused the security guard's demands to leave the mall parking lot. The Grizzlies star was recently involved in another incident involving a gun. Morant's longtime friend Devontae Pack was banned from attending Grizzlies home games at the FedEx Forum for a year after he verbally abused Indiana Pacers players during and after the game. Although the Pacers believed a gun was pointed at them after the game, the NBA denied it in their report.